Welcome back to Paint It Kids. This is Jessica here, and today we're going to be drawing.
My name's Rex Dangervest, galaxy defending archaeologist, cowboy, and raptor trainer.
From the upcoming Lego Movie 2. Now what you'll need today is a piece of paper, a pencil, a marker, and some colored pencils, or anything you have on hand. Crayons, markers, you can pick.
Hang on to your fronds, Planny.
Let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create the very bottom of our Lego head, and we're going to just kind of do almost a smiley face kind of shape, but the ends are really curved up. And I'm not going to make the whole head because we're going to be adding hair and a face later on, so I'm just doing the very bottom. And I do 2 lines on either side for the neck. And now I'm going to get started on the body, and the nice thing about Lego figures is it's super easy. So the body is just going to be one straight line and then a line that comes down, and it's going to just widen out a little bit. So it's going to look like a square, but the top of the square has been brought in just a smidge. And then our arm, we just curve it out and down. And then we just put a little notch in it that shows where our Lego figure arm bends. And I'm going to do that on the other side here. And the arms on Lego figures are actually round. They're not square like the bodies. And so we're going to be putting just a little curved line at the bottom to show that it's a spherical shape. I'm going to do the thing to the other side where I just do a curved line. And then I'm going to do another curved line right on the inside, but I'm not going to make it as big as my first one. And then I'm going to put 2 little lines down, and then 2 lines on either side of it once it's done to connect the first circle shape. And that's going to make it look like it's a spherical arm, and then our where our wrist and our hand are also circles. So for the hand, we're just going to do 2 straight lines. And then we're going to connect the 2 of them together. So you want your hand to really look like a C. And then you're just going to put a curved line right on the inside of that to make it look 3-dimensional, just like how we did with our arm going into our wrist. Now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to draw 1 straight line down on one side, and then I'm going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Just straight down. And this is going to be the line for my leg. And then I'm just doing a line straight across, and that's going to be our character's utility belt that he wears. And then I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines on the inside there. And then we go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And then we're going to put a circle in the center of the of our belt, and that's going to be like the clip of the belt. And now we're going to draw the hinge that allows our Lego figure's legs to move. And it's just 2 straight lines down. And then I'm going to do 2 horizontal lines, but I'm not going to line them directly up with that center hinge because that's not the way it looks on our Lego figure. And then I just do 2 lines on the inside of the leg. So that way we have the other side of our leg, and then a straight line for the bottom. So they're just big 2 rectangles, but we just have a couple lines in there. And now I'm going to make his feet, and I'm just doing a rectangular line with 3 half squares on the inside, and then a domed top. And that just looks like if you were looking at a pair of sneakers straight on. So do the same thing to the other side, a rectangular shape with 3 squares in the middle, and then a dome shape on the top. And now we're doing his, I'm assuming they're knee pads, just because he's kind of in tactical gear here. And the knee pads are almost a square shape, but they have more rounded edges. So what I do is I just basically do 3 L's that are sideways and upside down, and then I connect the top and the bottom. And then I just do circles to show where the padding and like the plastic part of knee pads would be. So just 4 in each corner. So next I'm going to work on his collar, and I just do a triangle shape. I do a small one, and then I do a bigger triangle shape. And now I'm going to do my character's face. Now he kind of has like this smirky smile going on. So I'm going to create a smiley face, but I'm going to kind of have it tilted. And then I'm going to bring it down and around and connect it through the bottom. But that top line is really the crooked part. And that's what's going to give the look of that smirky look that he has, because he thinks he's such a charmer. And then we just do 2 curved lines on either side that kind of show the cheekbones. And then I'm going to do a half circle, and then instead of just doing a straight line across though, I'm going to almost do a curved shape, so that way it looks like he's squinting his eye. And now I'm going to bring his eyebrow super close, and that's super simple, just a rectangle, and you're going to let it get thin as it gets towards the end and then come to a point. And then we do a little line just outside the eyebrow to show where his forehead would be squinting to do this half wink look. And then we just do his normal eye on the other side, and then put his eyebrows pretty close to the circle, but not quite as far down as with our other eyes. So just almost like a triangle shape, but the very end of it is tipped downward. And there we go. Now we're going to do his hair, and he has like kind of flippy flowy hair. So we're just going to do wavy lines right over his eyes there. And then when we get to the end of the eyebrow, we're going to do 2 waves down, and we're just going to connect the hair to the bottom of the face that we did there. And then on the other side, we do 2 curved lines and connect it. And then that completes the framing of the face. And now we're going to do the back of his hair. And I do 3 wavy lines on one side, and then I do 3 on the other. And as I'm doing it, I'm just bringing up, so on either side, the back of the hair will line up with where your head lines are. Not the hair lines, but where the bottom of his chin is. And then we wave in a little bit, but then we come back out like his hair's coming in. And then on the other side, we're going to bring it, do that same little in curve, but then we're going to add 2 little curves there to show like those are his bangs whipping across. And then we're going to bring it up and around, but we're not going to connect it because we're going to add that little calic of hair in the back, and that's just 2 little curves there. And now I'm just adding a couple lines that show the movement of his hair and where, you know, his bangs would be wisping across and everything, because he's got a flippy hairstyle. And now I'm going to be finishing up our character's vest, because his name is Rex Dangervest, so his vest is very important to him. So we're going to put these belts across his vest here, and you're just going to do 2 lines on either side, and then you're going to do 2 horizontal lines on either side. So it almost looks like a plus sign. And then when you finish with your plus sign, you're going to start on his cargo pocket, and you're going to do a rectangle with a half circle on the bottom, and that's going to be the top of the pocket with a circle in the center for the button. And then you do 1 rectangle with a curved bottom, and then on either side of that you do 2 smaller rectangles with curves, and that creates the pocket. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side, except for you're going to be making an R for Rex. So you just do a slanted line, and you curve around, and then bring a line down. And then you're going to be making a little rectangle, and then you're going to do another slanted line with a straight bottom, and you're going to bring it up, but not connect it, because then you're going to swoop in the center, and that's what's going to make your R connect. And there you go. And then you're just going to do the same thing and make a cargo pocket. And then you just bring 2 lines down and bring them to the left and to the right, and then just 1 straight line across the bottom, and that's how you get your cargo straps. And now we're going to do the collar on the inside here, and it's just a straight line down the center, 2 lines slanted on either side, and then just a straight line to show the crease of the fabric. And then he has kind of these forearm pads, I guess, and you're just going to do a curved line, bring it down, and then curve it back in. So now that I am done with my drawing, I'm going to go ahead and start sharpening, and I'm actually going to be using my fine point marker for all the little details in Rex here. So his eyes, his eyebrows, the outline of his mouth, and all the little details of his outfit. So now that I have all the little details done on Rex here, I'm going to come back with my big Sharpie, and this is where I'm going to use it for my bigger outline because it is the thicker tip. So I don't have to really worry about little details or anything like that. So this marker is perfect for outlining my character. So now that I'm finishing up my Sharpie, what I'm going to be doing now is grabbing my fine point marker again, and we're going to be adding Rex's stubble that he has. Give him his gruff look. So I just take my marker and just do little itty bitty dots and a couple of just tiny circles, but it's just bigger than just the point. So that way I have a variety in my stubble.
Do you draw stubble dots on your face?
What? No.
So now that I'm done with all of the sharpening on my character, now I get to grab my color pencils and color. And with Rex's look, he's a very generic Lego figure, so yellow skin, and his vest and almost his entire outfit is blue. So I'm just going to just use your typical navy blue and just color all around everything, making sure that I keep the gray stuff gray and the black stuff black. And then once I have all the blue in, besides his suit, his gloves and his little forearm pads are also going to be blue. And then I'm just going to grab my gray, and his shoes are going to be gray, and the straps are going to be gray. And then his undershirt is going to be black, the knee pads and the belt loops are going to be black. And then his hair is a dark brown color. And to get the shade of brown that I want, I have to do a couple layers of with my color pencil. I'm not just gonna get it in one shot, so I have to do it a couple times. And then his R is a light green. And there you have it, you guys have completed your character. If you like what you saw here today, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you want to see next. And if you want a chance to be featured on our next episode, go ahead and go to any of our social media platforms and submit a picture of your completed Rex. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. We'll see you next time.